Tutorial video instructions. This is a video. Students can and should often stop, start, and rewind the video to better read, hear, and understand the video content. There are 8 tutorial topics in the RMA Algebra 1 video collection. Each topic starts with a segment that defines the topic objectives. Students should stop the video and read the objectives carefully. Each topic ends with a segment that summarizes the topic takeaways. Students should stop the video and read the takeaways carefully. Students who master the video content will pass the EOC exam. Topic 2 of 8, Function or not a function. Objective 1. The student will be able to determine whether relations represented verbally, a table, a graph, and symbolically define a function.
Hi, I'm Denise Castillo, and this is my student,
Eddie Rodriguez.
Today, we're going to look at different types of data, and we're going to determine, is it a function or not?
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Now, do you remember what a function is?
I believe that for each x value, you can only have one y value.
That is correct. Okay, so remember, for algebra, function means that it works. Okay, so for every input, we have an output. Okay, so here we're looking at this problem, and it says which representation does not show y as a function of x.
Oh, that was pretty tricky.
Yes, they always have these tricky problems, so make sure that you underline or circle the word not, so you don't forget. Now, let's look here because we do have one sample of each representation. Okay, so answer choice F, we are showing a mapping. Answer choice H, we're showing a table. G, we're showing a list of ordered pairs. And J, we are showing a graph. Okay. So now that we went over that, is it a function for each x, there should be only one y. Let's start looking at the mapping. Okay, so what do you remember on what we need to look for when it comes to a mapping?
That there's no duplicate x values, or that each x value only goes to one y value. Okay,
and so looking at answer choice F, do we see any duplicate numbers under our x values?
No, it looks like -2 only goes to -8, -1 only goes to -1, 0 only goes to 0, 1 only goes to 1, and 2 only goes to 8 across.
That is correct. Good job. So this would qualify as a function.
Okay, so that's not the answer choice because it says not.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just checking to see if you're on task. Okay, so now let's look at answer choice H. Now this, you could look at it as if it's similar to a mapping, even though it's a little bit organized and together in a table format.
Okay. So it looks like every number only goes to one y. Again, 2 only goes to -6, 5 only goes to -1, 7 only goes to 1, and 8 only goes to 3.
That is correct. So this would represent a function. This is actual data, you know, that we can use.
Okay.
So it's not going to be H. Okay. Now let's look at answer choice G.
Okay. It looks like there's -1, 0, 2, and 7 are my x values, and my y values are -2, 1, 4, and 7. All of those are different as well. So there's no duplicates in this one. So this one is definitely a function, which is definitely not the answer.
Okay, great. Now let's look at answer choice J. Now, there's actually another method to use when we are trying to determine if it is a function or not when we are looking at a graph. Do you remember what that's called?
It was a line test, but I can't remember which line test it was.
Okay. So do you think it would be a vertical line test or a horizontal line test?
To show the repetition of the x values, I think it'd be a vertical line test.
That is correct. Great job. Okay, so if we were to draw a vertical line through any of the data points or our graph,
Okay.
remember that we cannot hit our graph more than one time.
Okay.
Because if we do, then it does not pass the vertical line test.
Right. So see here it's hitting 2 points. Every time I draw a vertical line, it hits 2 points. So this one is not a function. So this has to be my answer choice.
That is correct. You did an awesome job.
Great. I'd really like to try one on my own now that I've got the hang of this.
Great. So, okay, so now you try it, and I'll pause here for a couple of minutes, and we'll come back and look at this problem together. Okay, so this problem set says which set of ordered pairs represents y as a function of f.
Okay, so this time I'm looking for a function.
That is correct. So this is going to be a function where this is actual real data that can be used. It's functionable.
Okay. So looking at answer choice A, I see I have for my x values -9, 0, 1, and -3. All of those numbers are different. And when I go to my y values, we have 2, 6, -2, and 6. All of those numbers are different. So answer choice A looks like it's the right answer, but I would probably want to check the other choices just to make sure.
That is an awesome idea.
Okay, so in looking at answer choice B, I've got for my x values -1, 4, -7, and -1. Oops, I see 2 -1s. I've got a duplicate in my x values. So that puts up a red flag for me.
That is correct. We cannot have the same input value with different output values.
Okay.
That is not functionable.
Okay, so now looking at C, I've got 3 for my x value, -4 for my x value, 3 for my x value. Look, right away, right there, I've got 2 3s.
That is not a function. It's not functionable.
Okay, now looking at choice D, we've got 5 for the x value, 2 for the x value, 1 for the x value, and 2 again for the x value. So I have 2 2s for my x value. So that cannot be my answer either.
That is correct. Great job.
So my answer has to be choice A because A is clearly a function.
That is correct.
Topic 2 of 8. Function or not a function. Takeaways. 1. The x values can never repeat in order to be a function. 2. You can use the vertical line test if you are given a graph to check if the relation is a function. If your vertical line touches more than one point, it is not a function.